Verse 22, excuse me. But it has happened to them according to the true proverb, a dog returns to his own vomit, and a sow, having washed, to her wallowing in the mire. Now, we have dogs today as pets, and some people even have pigs as pets. But to a Jew, they're both unclean animals. At least they were in those times. Dogs were just scavengers, and of course pigs were unkosher. So we've entitled the message, The Prodigal Pig. And as I said at the beginning, you can clean a pig up. You can dress up a pig and put a suit and tie on him. You can invite him to dinner. You can feed him your best food. But eventually, as soon as they get the opportunity, they will leave the table and they will go back to wallowing in the mire, because that is the nature of a pig. And therefore, from this verse, we can conclude a couple things. Number one, false teachers that Peter is writing about here, these apostates, are not believers. They're pigs by nature. They're unbelievers by nature. Number two, they will eventually show their true nature, given enough time. Jesus said it like this in Matthew 7, verse 20, talking about false prophets, false teachers. He says, "Therefore, by their fruits you will know them." Now, if you were to see a tree when it wasn't time to bear fruit, you might not know what kind of fruit tree that was. Let's say you go down to the garden shop and you buy a tree that says apple tree, but accidentally the garden shop mislabeled it. And it was supposed to be a pear tree, but it's actually an apple tree. And you think it's an apple tree, but it is a pear tree. And you plant it, and it eventually grows these pears. And you think, well, wait a minute, I wanted apples. It was mislabeled. But you know it at fruit-bearing time. The same way, if you just wait and you watch these people, eventually they'll bear fruit. You'll know them by their fruits. So we just need to wait and watch. Now, I want to give you, as we close, 3 tests for false teachers. 3 tests. Number 1 is the test of character. Watch what kind of character they have. Not just what they say from the pulpit or how they say it. What kind of life do they lead? What's their personal life like? How do they treat their wife, their children? What are they doing behind the scenes? What kind of language is coming out of their mouth? What's their character like? Are they angry people? The test of character. Number 2, the test of doctrine. What is it that they're actually saying? Think, listen, test it against the Word of God. What kind of doctrine are these people actually saying? Number 3, what kind of disciples are they making? Because every false teacher has devotees. They follow after him. What are their lives like? What happens to the people who follow them? What kind of lives do they lead? Are they exhibiting the fruit of the Spirit? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control? Or is it the fruit of the flesh? Adultery, fornication, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousies, outbursts of wrath? All of those things. What kind of lives are they leading who follow after these people? So the test of character, the test of doctrine, and the test of disciples.